do in Mississauga and close deals. It's never more compelling when you meet the mayor, and the mayor says, I want you in my city, and here's why. So I'm very, very proud of my record for attracting business investment into Mississauga. And then you know what happens. They live here too, because they see our great city and everything we have to offer. The great schools, community centers, we've got roads, we've got train access, and we're building more public transit. They see the quality of life they have here, and they want to live here too. They see the diversity of people and how we all get along and how we all celebrate each other, right? And how much we say Eid Mubarak at the same time we say Happy Diwali, Shana Tova, or Merry Christmas. We all know these words. We all know these words, and we use them because we also celebrate Mississauga and the diversity. And now we're growing fast, very fast, but we're not spreading out like we used to, because 50 years ago, Mississauga was farmland and fruit trees, apple orchards, applewood acres. These were acres of apples farms. And here, Ontario and Burnhamthorpe, where the mall is, these were horse farms. Even in the 60s, there were cows and horses there. Maybe some of you can remember. I was younger, not too much, a little younger. I could remember back then seeing the horses. There was farmland here. And now we're this economic engine that's growing. But it's different now. And I caution the mayors who are in their growth phases, like we were 20, 30 years ago. Don't develop inefficiently. It is inefficient to build large, sprawling subdivisions and leapfrog development. Don't do this. Build consecutively, build efficiently. Look what we're doing now. We're not building single-family homes. We're trying to accommodate people. 500,000 people are going to come to Peel region up and, from now until 2050. In the next 30 years, we've got to accommodate 500,000 people. Where are we going to put them? So we're being a little more creative. We want townhomes, stacked townhomes. We want duplexes, low-rise, mid-rise, some high-rise. You all know what's happening in the downtown. There's no height restrictions. Towers are going up. In fact, I have over 50 towers coming in the next 30 years. And that's just what I know about today. There will be more applications because we need to fit people, but not only in high-rises, condos, right? This is not suitable for families. And that's why we said you have to give more choice. Think about different things, and we need to start thinking about garden suites. We were the first to do the basement apartments, secondary units we call them, garage conversions, whatever we can do to accommodate more people, that's what we're being pressured to do. We need to increase the supply, but supply isn't the only issue. It's affordability. How do people afford to live in Mississauga or anywhere in the GTHA? You see people moving far beyond, north of Vaughan, past Milton, Cambridge. They can't afford it. We need people not only to work here, I want them to live here, and I want them to raise their families here, and I want their children, and my children, and your children to stay here. And this is trickier. This takes collaboration with the different levels of government to help us provide those incentives that we can't provide. How do we incentivize builders to build housing that's more affordable for people to live in? Do they have surplus land they can sell at less than the market rate? So they promise to build affordable housing or seniors care or long-term care. These are other things that are so important. We learned from COVID, we need to change how we care for our elderly parents. Because some of the seniors' homes, they're in disrepair, and they're even offering air conditioning, some of them, 4 people to a room with curtains. This is not acceptable. This is how the virus spread in the seniors' homes. We need to change that. We need more seniors housing, long-term care, and affordable housing. So these are our priorities. So in addition to the towers in the downtown, we have Ninth Line lands that are building. That was the land that we took from Milton after they annexed it after they built the 407. Right, that makes sense. And I'm not going to move because I don't know, that one's open, that's mine. I'm not going to move because then it crackles. That's okay, that's mine, I drank from it. 100%, 100% I opened it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And then we know in the waterfront, you've seen what's happening in the waterfront? You probably can't go down there because of all the traffic on here in Ontario. But if you go down to Lakeshore, you know there used to be a power plant there, and we're building a new subdivision called Lakeview, 167 acres, mixed use. You are going to live and work in that community, you'll never leave, it's going to be by the water. This is my goal, to build a more livable, walkable city, right, with sustainable housing, complete communities, where once you live there, you don't have to go anywhere else. You can work there. There are jobs, employment, housing, recreation. There will be mosques and churches and schools, everything we need in a community, so you don't have to go far. I want people to be able to get out of their cars and walk. And Lakeview and Brightwater is going to do that. And they're going